Just to give you guys some background, to be eligible for induction into the World Video Game Hall of Fame, games must reach icon status, have longevity, geographical reach and influence. Fans can vote and join the other 27 ballots submitted by the International Selection Committee, which is comprised of gaming journalists. You can cast your vote at worldvideogamehalloffame.org until the end of March, and then you can go back and check the results in May.
Hey guys, Loch, SNES Monster here. As you can see from the background, I am at work, and I just want to share quickly with you because I thought this was interesting. So Variety has released the list of the 2019 candidates for the possible inductees for the Video Game Hall of Fame. So as some of you may know, and if you don't, I'm going to let you know now, the Video Game Hall of Fame is in Rochester, New York, and they announce this once per year, and this year's class has some interesting app games as well as some old school games and some great 5th and 6th generation games. So here is the list in no particular order, and there's the bus already. So the kids will be in here in about 10 minutes, so we gotta go quick.
Centipede by Atari from June 1981. This game was designed by Donna Bailey and Ed Logg, and it is one of the most commercially successful games from the video arcade's golden age. Candy Crush by King. Candy Crush is a free-to-play match 3 puzzle video game. It was released in 2012 to Facebook and other versions of iOS. Candy Crush is one of the most downloaded apps in the world. Colossal Cave Adventure. Crowther Woods, 1975. In the game, the player controls a character through simple text commands to explore a cave rumored to be filled with wealth. Players earn predetermined points for acquiring treasure and escaping the cave alive. Dance Dance Revolution, Konami, 1998. So players stand on a dance platform or a stage and hit colored arrows laid out in a cross with their feet to musical and visual cues. Players are judged on how well they timed their dance to the pattern presented to them and are allowed to choose the music that they listen to. New high score? What does that mean? Did I break it? Half-Life by Valve, 1998. So the player assumes the role of Gordon Freeman, a scientist who must find his way out of the Black Mesa's research facility after an experiment goes wrong. Mortal Kombat 1, I guess we'll call it, by Midway, 1992. So a little interesting fact, Mortal Kombat is a video game franchise originally developed by Midway Games in 1992. So the developers first wanted to have a game based on Jean-Claude Van Damme. When that fell through, a horror fantasy themed fighting game titled Mortal Kombat was created instead. Sid Meier's Civilization, 1991. So the game's objective is to build an empire that will stand the test of time. So you start out in 4000 BC, and you as the player attempt to expand and develop your empire through the ages from the ancient era until modern and near future times. Huge hit in the early 90s. Solitaire, or Spider Solitaire, by Microsoft, 1990. So the classic card game has been part of Windows since 3.0 in 1990. The game was actually developed in 1989 by an intern. It was originally added to the Microsoft iOS to soothe people who were intimidated by that operating system. The classic game, you use the mouse drag and drop technique. Really fun. I'm sure everyone who's watching this video has played this game at least once. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Nintendo, 1999. Personally, I think this is a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. It hosts a large variety of Nintendo characters, a little different than your standard fighting game at the time. Instead of knocking your opponent out, each character tries to knock the opponent or opponents off the stage, and instead of a health gauge, you have it represented as a percentage gauge. The higher the percentage, the easier it is, and farther you can knock away your opponent. Another entry from Nintendo from 1992, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. You got to choose between 8 characters, all with different capabilities. You could play in single player, multiplayer, or battle player, and you also got a variety of different weapons to help you win the race as fast as possible. NBA 2K, Visual Concepts and Sega Sports, 1999. First in the 2K series and revolutionary at the time, 2K featured Allen Iverson on the cover. Basically, it was your basketball simulator, and you could play any of the NBA teams, you could play in several different game styles, and you could create your own basketball player.
So May 2nd at the Strong Museum, the World Video Game Hall of Fame will tell you who the final inductees are and who will be joining the games already in the Hall of Fame, which include Donkey Kong, Doom, Final Fantasy VII, The Legend of Zelda, Oregon Trail, and a few more. So down in the comments, guys, let's have a little fun. With the list provided, I want you to tell me the 3 that you would induct, as well as somebody off the board. Who do you think would belong in the Video Game Hall of Fame? I think it would be a lot of fun to hear from you guys. Personally, I have mine, but they've already been inducted. Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy VII, and Donkey Kong. I would probably say Pac-Man, but if you check their list, I'm sure Pac-Man is there as well. So definitely interesting news to me, and I hope you found it a little interesting as well. So I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in about a week. Take care.